Now, this story is good. Do you guys remember back when somebody made a website called Charlie Kirk's Unalivers? And it basically just listed anybody who said anything about Charlie Kirk after he got popped on that campus? Some of the people who were listed on that website literally just said, "I will not mourn Charlie Kirk," and ended up having to resign from their job. Or they just posted Charlie Kirk's own words on their social media. Things like, "The civil rights movement was a mistake. Black women don't have enough brain processing power." They posted his own words, and they were listed on this website. Their name, addresses, phone numbers, place of employment. Well, the person who made that website was asking for donations because they said that they were working with Fortune 500 companies and data scientists, and it was really expensive to run this website. So they were asking MAGA supporters for donations.
A pro-MAGA website that urged supporters to fund a database unmasking Charlie Kirk critics took tens of thousands in crypto, then vanished. And that's what you get, motherfuckers.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I love you racists and I love you MAGA people. I love you guys. Because you guys, like Donald Trump say, he love uneducated people. And the smart people don't like him. He said this out of his own mouth. So that means a lot of you MAGA and racists are uneducated people.
Hello guys, welcome back to my share comment gem. We all remember that days after Kirk died that a pro-MAGA website appeared online with the name Expose Charlie's Murderer, and they said that they will be unmasking anyone that celebrated Kirk's death. So this mysterious website promised a searchable database and that will list out critics and whosoever made fun or mocked Kirk's death. Guess what? This mysterious website has vanished. And it didn't just vanish like that, it's vanished with over $30,000 of donations by MAGA supporters. Before we dive straight into the video, if today is your first time of coming across this video, do well to hit the like button to subscribe. Tell us what you think about this particular video in the comment section. Like and share the video to help the channel out. You're welcome.
If you haven't been online the last few days, or if you somehow missed it, conservatives have been on an all-out witch hunt trying to get anyone that was critical of Charlie Kirk fired from their jobs. They even made a doxing website that had over 20,000 submissions. It has since been taken down as of last night, but that's how far they were willing to go. One of my friends is an employment lawyer, and she posted a long blurb on Facebook about how to stay safe and protect yourself should you be a victim of one of these doxing campaigns. The first thing you're going to need to know is whether or not you are in a single party consent taping state, meaning a state where you can record someone without having their consent. If you are, and this goes for any time your boss or HR calls you, record it. Make them state in plain words what their reasoning for terminating you is and what company policy you violated is. If they ask you for any explanation as to why you posted what you did, frame everything from a religious standpoint, meaning my lawyer, and she posted a long blurb on Facebook about how to stay safe and protect yourself should you be a victim of one of these doxing campaigns. The first thing you're going to need to know is whether or not you are in a single party. If you haven't been online the last few days, or if you somehow missed it, conservatives have been on an all-out witch hunt trying to get anyone that was critical of Charlie Kirk fired from their jobs. They even made a doxing website that had over 20,000 submissions. It has since been taken down as of last night, but that's how far they were willing to go. One of my friends is an employment lawyer, and she posted a long blurb on Facebook about how to stay safe and protect yourself should you be a victim of one of these doxing campaigns. The first thing you're going to need to know is whether or not you are in a single party consent taping state, meaning a state where you can record someone without having their consent. If you are, and this goes for any time your boss or HR calls you, record it. Make them state in plain words what their reasoning for terminating you is and what company policy you violated is. If they ask you for any explanation as to why you posted what you did. Frame everything from a religious standpoint, meaning my Christian values, my Catholic values do not allow me to celebrate a man that spoke that way about immigrants, a group that Jesus said we should love and protect. It is illegal for them to fire you based on your religious beliefs. So if you frame everything based on, well, that man just was a religious exemption for me. I could not express sympathy based on my religion. They are going to be in a very, very tough position, and you could be in a very nice position if they do terminate you for a big lawsuit under Title IX. Also, keep in mind, if one of your coworkers reports you and then publicly posts about you, that could get them fired. This past week, there was a Trump-supporting nurse who reported a doctor that she worked under and then made several Facebook posts about him and the post that he had made regarding Charlie Kirk. And he did not lose his job, but she did. Oh, she did big time. Because if your coworkers are coming after you for your religious beliefs, that also could qualify as a hostile work environment. Anyway, this is not legal advice. These are just ideas I read on the internet that I wanted to share with you.
So do you guys remember that website that was doxing Democrats for daring to criticize Charlie Kirk? Well, they collected tens of thousands of dollars of donations from the MAGA crowd, then disappeared. Now they want their money back. The website was called Expose Charlie's Unalivers, and it was created shortly after Charlie Kirk lost his life. They promised to provide a searchable database of the names and workplaces of over 60,000 people supporting political unalivings online, sortable by employer, location, and industry. Its stated purpose was to execute the largest firing operation in history. Over a 2-day period, they collected over $30,000 per coin tracker, a software used for cryptocurrency-based taxes, totaling about 190 payments to 6 cryptocurrency addresses between September 12th and 14th. But over the next several days, the website was taken down, then relaunched again and taken down a second time. This was because it was registered using false information and received DDoS attack threats. They tried to launch a third time and were taken down yet again, and on September 23rd, they disappeared from the public eye, making their last post on X. The group has now gone totally ghost, not responding to anybody who's asking where the donations went. Obviously, the MAGA crowd is not very happy about this, with them saying they want their money back. They raised money off of fear, then disappeared when accountability came knocking, leaving the MAGA crowd absolutely stunned and angry. Actions have consequences though, and all of these people that donated wanted to ruin other people's lives for having an opinion.
Now, this story is good. Do you guys remember back when somebody made a website called Charlie Kirk's Unalivers? And it basically just listed anybody who said anything about Charlie Kirk after he got popped on that campus. Some of the people who were listed on that website literally just said, "I will not mourn Charlie Kirk," and ended up having to resign from their job. Or they just posted Charlie Kirk's own words on their social media. Things like, the civil rights movement was a mistake. Black women don't have enough brain processing power. They posted his own words, and they were listed on this website. Their name, addresses, phone numbers, place of employment. Well, the person who made that website was asking for donations because they said that they were working with Fortune 500 companies and data scientists, and it was really expensive to run this website. So they were asking MAGA supporters for donations. Well, now the website is down, and the person who made the website is nowhere to be found. Made out with like 30 grand in 3 days. And now MAGA is upset, saying, "We want our donations back. You were grifting off Charlie Kirk's death, so was our president," because Charlie Kirk's books are published by a company that the president has ownership in, which is why he was dragging it out so long, but you guys aren't saying anything about that. But now they're upset and they want their donations back. They want their money back. They've been scammed. Why are you surprised that you were scammed? You voted for a con artist. You voted for somebody who doesn't pay his contractors, somebody who scammed people who are trying to get an education. Trump University, look it up. People who gravitate and support people like that are scammers. And now you're surprised that you got scammed? I hope the people who lost their jobs over posting Charlie Kirk's own words or saying that they won't mourn Charlie Kirk, somebody who was racist and divisive, find a little bit of solace in this.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I love you racist and I love you MAGA people. I love you guys. Because you guys, like Donald Trump say, he love uneducated people and the smart people don't like him. He said this out of his own mouth. So that means a lot of you MAGA and racists are uneducated people. So let me tell you about this website, right? It was a website that was created moments after Charlie Kirk was assassinated and raised money and said that they would expose anyone who said anything negative about Charlie Kirk. All you had to do was send them the screenshot, or they called it. They would expose the person, their names, their address, and they would also expose where the person work at, right? Yes, they did. So all these MAGA people and these racist individuals from September the 12th through September the 14th donated $30,000. That's right, $30,000 in crypto. It was donated to this website. And then, boom, the website went dark, disappeared, and didn't do nothing that was supposed to have done. It robbed those racist people of $30,000. Now, those people are so mad, butthurt, talking about they want their money back. They were scammed. Yes, you were scammed. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump and his people wasn't behind this to get money out of you guys. Well, I'm not going to say it was Donald Trump that did it, because he would have robbed you for much more than $30,000 before he shut it down. He probably would have got $1 million or $2 million up out of you. But anyhow, I'm happy that this happened to you guys, because maybe you guys will learn. Stop putting your trust into everybody who say they're fighting the good fight with you, or they're on the same side you on and they believe in what you believe in, because it's clearly that they don't believe in you because they robbed you. Yeah, they robbed you. 30 G's.
Good morning, Ashley. Y'all got mad because we celebrated this racist ass motherfucker's untimely demise. So y'all in turn turned people in, and a few people lost their job. You understand? Y'all thought y'all was really doing something until they ran off with y'all money. Took off with the money, ran off with the plug twice. Boy, I tell you, MAGA Republicans are dumb as fuck. I knew people was gonna get over this simple bastards unalive, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. And now y'all hoes want y'all money back. So fucking dumb. They done moved on from his ass. They on his ass now. Never know.
Okay, so do y'all remember that doxing website that was made after the passing of Charlie Kirk? You know, the one that was made to dox people at their jobs? Well, apparently that website disappeared after taking $30,000 in cryptocurrency from people crowdfunding it. Because according to this article by The Independent, that website has not posted anything since September 23rd. And it's now facing allegations that it has scammed MAGA supporters. One person wrote, "I want my donation back" on X, while someone else wrote, "Everybody knows this isn't legitimate." It asked supporters to contribute towards a highly sophisticated enterprise system that would be impervious to leftist attacks, and directed them to the cryptocurrency blockchains, the technology behind Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, according to DroppSite. And then here's where it says they took about $30,000 in donations. What I will say about this is that grifters are gonna grift, especially in any type of situation when some type of tragedy happens. Usually there's ones that happen after like national disasters of some type. And now it's apparently happened to MAGA. And it's really interesting because the economy's bad, yet people have money to donate to causes like this, and then ended up getting scammed. And it reminds me of someone else that grifts a lot too. Their name can't seem to pop into my head right now, but I think they like sell sneakers and like Bibles and watches. But let me know what you think about the situation.
Remember that mysterious MAGA site that popped up right after Charlie Kirk was killed? Yeah, the one that promised to expose everyone who ever criticized him. Turns out that was a total scam. and it disappeared just as fast as it showed up. They called themselves the Charlie Kirk Data Foundation, and they were asking for crypto donations to build a searchable list of Kirk's so-called enemies. 6 crypto wallets, over $30,000 raised in just 2 days, and then poof, it's gone. They posted about 40 names before vanishing into thin air. Fake registration, fake address, everything. But not before some of those people that they targeted started getting harassed and even losing jobs. This wasn't a tribute site, it was a weapon, a pay-to-dox operation that turned tragedy into a profit scheme, and it shows just how deep this extremist ecosystem goes. They're not just preaching hate, they're literally trying to monetize it. Now, if you think this is an isolated story, think again. The tactic is simple. Collect outrage, weaponize it, and disappear before accountability hits. And the worst part, it worked. They got their money, they spread fear, and then they vanished, leaving everyone else to deal with the fallout. Follow me, because this story isn't just about one website, it's about what happens when hate becomes a business.
MAGA is furious with Donald Trump, and the Trump Watch is the reason, as they're calling the whole thing a scam. Now, if you missed it, Donald Trump is selling a line of watches that he calls the Trump Watch, and he promises it's of the highest quality, made in Switzerland, and it will cost you anywhere from $500 up to the price of a Rolex. Well, Trump supporters that have bought the watch are disappointed, saying that the whole thing is a scam, and the biggest complaint, they never received the watch, which is what we could have told you. It's exactly what we would have predicted. Ask anybody who bought the Trump shoes. Ask charitable organizations that worked with Trump Foundation or the students at Trump University. This is who Donald Trump is. Time and time again, the people who do business with him walk away with the short end of the stick. We tried to warn you, both in his business and political life, of who he is. So for any MAGA or Trump supporter out there that bought the Trump watch and feels like they got scammed, it's on you.
Remember that website that was doxing people for celebrating or even having a comment or not feeling anything towards CK's unaliving? Well, baby, they done stole all of MAGA's money. They siphoned crypto from conservatives to dox Charlie Kirk critics and then went dark. Now, this database had over 60,000 people. 60,000 people that allegedly had something to say about Charlie Kirk or had something to say in the lieu of him being unalive. And they were trying to get everybody fired. Now, on top of doxing people, they had 6 cryptocurrency blockchains that they asked conservatives to support. And in a 2-day period, baby, they got $30,000 out of y'all asses. About 190 payments on 6 different crypto addresses. They was getting that bank. And then it got reported and got taken down. Not once, but twice. Now, the second time it went back up, they put it as Charlie Kirk Data Foundation, and it was taken down again because it was registered under false information. Now, several MAGA Charlie Kirk conservatives have been asking where they are and where the development has been going. Baby, they not responding. They left with y'all money. And you know what? What you want us to do about it? I don't feel bad or good about it. But I do think karma comes in all ways, shapes, and forms. And they got 30K out of that shit.
You let them lie to you on purpose. Not because you were gullible, not because you didn't notice, but because you wanted to see just how far they were willing to go. You needed to see the full scope of their character, not just the parts they show when they're pretending to be decent. And nothing reveals a person faster than giving them the space to lie while you pretend not to notice. You weren't caught off guard. You clocked the lie as soon as it came out their mouth. You just didn't flinch. You let them believe they were getting away with it. You watched them pile on more lies, one after another, not realizing you were keeping receipts, not physical ones, but spiritual ones. You were taking mental screenshots, storing patterns and connecting dots. You weren't hurt by the lie. You were disappointed by how easy it was for them to look you in the eye and do it. But you needed that disappointment. You needed to know the truth of who they were when they thought you weren't paying attention. That's why you didn't interrupt. That's why you didn't confront them right away. Because catching them in a lie wouldn't have exposed what they're capable of. Letting them lie without resistance did. You were studying the depth of their deception. You weren't just catching them in the act. You were watching them build a world of dishonesty with confidence. What they never considered was that you were trained for this. Life taught you how to read silence, how to detect tension, how to spot the moment someone's eyes shift, because their soul got uncomfortable. They thought your kindness meant cluelessness. They didn't know you were raised around manipulators. So you became fluent in the language of lies a long time ago. You just stopped speaking it. Now the truth is out and they're stunned. They can't believe you knew all along, but that's the part that stings the most for them. Not that they lied, but that you let them lie and still kept your power. You didn't expose them on their timeline. You waited until the damage was already done to them, and now there's no coming back from it. You let them walk into their own trap, smiling.
Hello guys, welcome back and thank you for watching the video. So some important figures from the far right, somebody like Laura Luma and Enrique Taro was among the important figures that campaigned for this particular website that made away with 30,000 donations from MAGA supporters. Yes, these two figures that I mentioned now were ensured that employers fire their employees that were listed out in this website database as those that criticized or mocked Kirk's death. Before this website disappeared, it first changed its name from exposing Charlie's murderer to Charlie Kirk's Data Foundation, and registered about four dozens of people that entered new into the website before it disappeared. So one victim was saying that she was wrongly identified and her vital information shared under a post that she didn't do online, threatening her job before the so-called website disappeared. So guys, I really thank you and I appreciate you for watching the video. And like I said before, if today is your first time of coming across this video, do well to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Tell us what you think about this particular video in the comment section so that more videos like this will pop up your screen. Like and share the video to help the channel out.